again. Another view with the priest. Israel family. 1 second, I'm gonna check something. Okay, we black again. We got a machine going on out there. So let's just close this door a bit. It's gonna change the lighting a bit, so. All right, black again, black again. Give thanks for the coming in. Another video with the priest. I hope everything is copacetic. Everybody can hear me well. Wait for viewers to come in and then we can start our program. So while we wait for viewers to come in, I'm gonna take a little burn. Today's topic is the Mineral Man. Yeah. We heard of an old song, I am the Melanin Man. But today we want to deal with the Mineral Man. All give thanks to all family. Rastafari, sabbatical love. Thanks for our get the head in. Okay. Make sure everything is proper. Okay, proper thing. Rastafari. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna deal with the Mineral Man. Who is the Mineral Man? An ancient chemist started studies of the earth, its minerals, or its components. In chemistry study, it's many components. Cut a long story short, in modern day, we call that chemistry or chemistry. You see, chemistry is the study of, what the earth and everything is made of, and they call these elements minerals. Yes, family. So, what does that have to do with anything, priest? What does that have to do with anything? Let's go to the Bible. Bible, we're going to go to the book of Genesis, chapter 2. I got to make sure this thing's set up properly. All right, we go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. It says, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, breathed into his nostril the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Ole Emmanuelize, Lassia, Rastafari, Yeshua family, give thanks for coming in. Today we reasoning on the Mineral Man. I was saying previously, the study of the elements of the earth, the rocks and the, trees, the plants, the oceans, the air. In ancient Egypt, we began to study all the elements. And today we call it chemistry, the study of minerals, of elements. So when we go into Genesis chapter 2 and 7, it's saying, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So it's showing us who I and I is as humans. Humans was created and formed out of dirt, out of the dirt of the same earth that we live on. When you go outside, you dig your hand in the dirt, you see, plants growing in the dirt. That's the same dirt that we created from. We're not created from a special dirt from space or from another universe. We were formed out of the dirt of this earth. You see, first, then the scripture says, then God breathed, into the nostrils of this earthly being, this dirt being. And then this dirt being become a living soul with consciousness, and functionality. So according to the scriptures, according to the genesis of mankind, we're nothing more than dirt and the breath of God. That's what I is as humans, you see. This is very important because when we want to talk about, health, when we want to talk about nutrition, when we want to talk about, long life, living, in longevity, ministering to life, we must first understand what we are, as humans. What is this life that we're trying to maintain? You see, so through this understanding that we made from the dirt, the dust of the earth, it is wise, as the people of Egypt in them time did, to go and study the earth and see what all minerals are in this earth. Because if we're made from the earth, we made from this dirt, the minerals that are in this dirt, is the minerals that make up our human structure. This is consistent. Modern day science has found out that the same minerals that are in the earth, are the same minerals that make up our human structure. You see? So let's go ahead. Even the air that we breathe, that keeps us alive, that keeps this human dirt structure alive. The air that we breathe, it's God. We call it oxygen, but it's God. Because why? The scripture says the breeze or the wind, it comes from somewhere, but no one knows where. And it goes somewhere no one knows. Only God alone controls the winds. So the breath that goes into you and comes out, no one has control over that other than God. God could take the breath or give you breath because he controls the winds, you see. And this time he gave his angel control over the winds, you see. So yes, royal family. So when we go deeper into this chemistry and we look into the minerals that the dirt is made of, that our bodies are made of, we find out that these minerals, they come in two forms. The minerals in the earth, they either come in an acidic form, where we say the pH is acidic, or these minerals, they come in an alkaline form. You see, where we say the pH is alkaline. Now, this is very important because the minerals of the earth, the dirt of the earth, they come in different states. And that means our bodies can come in two states. Our bodies can be as the dirt that is acid, or our bodies can be as the dirt that is alkaline. Now, when we do some further research, you see, we find out that also these minerals, these dirt that we made of, they can come in three states. The minerals can come as a liquid, they could come as a gas, or they can come as a solid, you see. For an example, water, ice water is hydrogen and oxygen, two hydrogen and oxygen in a frozen state, in a solid state. So we call that ice, you see. You melt the ice, then you say that's water. It's in a liquid state. Now, if we heat the water rises and it goes into what we call a gas, or it turns into air. You see? So all minerals practically can attain these three states naturally or in a altercation, a scientific altercation, you see. So with this understanding, our goodies, for example, our brain alone, you see, 95% of our brain is made out of water, hydrogen and oxygen. They two minerals that make up a whole range of minerals that are in the earth. You see, there are over 100 odd minerals, that make up the earth, the dirt, and make up who we are, even make up the waters, and makes up the seas. It makes up everything. You see, some elements on earth, appear in different forms, in different places, in different structures, in different amounts, But at the same time, the minerals, the elements is what makes us all. So when we look at the brain being particularly 95% water, that means the most important mineral you need for your brain is hydrogen and oxygen. You see, hydrogen 2 and oxygen, H2O. 5% of your brain is just trace minerals. It's just the rest of those hundreds of minerals. 100 of minerals odd, you see, that make up in a fine, trace, micro trace. But the majority of your brain is water. That's amazing, just to know that we should be drinking more water than actually doing anything. Also breathing, you breathe in oxygen. Oxygen binds with the hydrogen inside of your brain to form more water. You see, so good breathing gives more water to the brain. You see, so that's just dealing with the brain. Now, the state of this water, let's go forward to pH. These minerals being acid or alkaline. In nature, and this is by textbook, this is by rule, you could Google it. In nature makes everything basically alkaline, based, relevant, In nature, there's not too much things that are naturally acidic, naturally acidic, unless by, it's serving a purpose. So much so, when we look at the ocean is one of the largest mass of elements in the whole world. The ocean cover more of the world than it actually cover, anything else. The pH of ocean water is 8.1. It's higher than 7. pH 7 and below is acid. 7 and above is alkaline. You see, the oceans of the earth is alkaline, 8.1. Most of your rivers, they 7 and above, unless they've been tampered by, human destruction, in any forms. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know the rain that rains on us, the rain used to be 7 pH and above. Rain used to be alkaline. But you can Google research yourself. It's because of the carbon emissions coming from the factories and, all these toxic chemicals. They make the atmosphere, it makes the rain acidic. The pH of rain today is now 5.5, which is acidic. So we living under acid rain, and that's why our crops, are suffering, rather than benefiting from rain, because the rain pH is too low. The natural pH of rain is supposed to be 7 and up. It's supposed to be alkaline. When we go to the rivers are 7 and above, So this is very important because why? If all the ocean of the earth is alkaline, The rivers are alkaline. The rain's supposed to be alkaline, which is, pH 7 and above. We're going to get into how does this affect our bodies, goodies being made up out of these same minerals. The ocean is made up out of these minerals. The earth is made out of these minerals. So we're not exempt from, the rules and the constitutes around these minerals. That's what we made out of, minerals. So yes, royal family, when we go with it now, we're going to find out that acid now, the pH acid, 7 and below, by they burning carbon emissions, they pour in toxins into the rivers. It makes the pH of the water in the rain, it causes it to go down and make it acid, make it acidic. If you do the Google research, acid and a high concentration, it destroys life. If you pour acid in high concentration on anything, it would destroy it. A low pH of acid. You know what I mean? You think of any time you ever heard of someone get burned from acid, or was in contact with acid, you have to protect yourself, because of the effects it have on minerals. Acids, they lack oxygen. That's a big coincidence. Because you remember the brain is 95% what? Hydrogen and oxygen, H2O. But acids, minerals that appear and that we come in contact with that is lower than 7 pH and, on the acidic side, these minerals in that form, they are lacking oxygen. So what they do, they go to, into any element that it come into contact with, and it robs the oxygen. So it causes a deterioration in whatever element it come in contact with. So if you pour acid on your skin has oxygen that's keeping it alive. If you pour acid on your skin, the acid is gonna eat the oxygen out of your skin, and burn a hole. If you know of the combustion of fire, the same, when you burn fire, if you burn the wood, you're taking the oxygen out of the wood and lifting it into the air, and the wood is combusting and becoming, so yes, royal family. So we're gonna stick with it. Give thanks for coming in, royal family. Prophet Jeremiah Black up himself. Yes, royal family. Let's go with it. So we find out that acids, they lack oxygen, and when they come in contact with other elements that have oxygen, they rob. This is basic chemistry, basic chemistry, basic chemet teachings, of our anatomy or the makeup of the human goody, or even to say our biochemistry, our bio world, the smaller, microbio world, however you want to go. But it's all mineral based, because everything in this planet is made up out of minerals. Even when we speak of the word melanin, melanin is a description of a compound of minerals. Minerals makes us black, not melanin. The carbon, the presence, high concentration of carbon, the mineral carbon. The higher concentration of carbon in your DNA, the deeper your resignation of your skin. You become blacker. You hold a black core of carbon. Carbon in the back of your car. If you hold your hands to the back of your car, the combustion is giving off carbon monoxide. You see, and you'll see it leaves a black residue on your hand. That's carbon. You see, so carbon is what makes us black. But melanin is a word that describes, you see, the mineral. So we can get into that a little later on in the video so much, but let's stick to the basic chemistry. So now we find out that acids, they need oxygen and they rob you from your oxygen. They're gonna steal your oxygen. You know, like if you go into a bathroom and you use one of those acidic, you know, toilet cleaners, you put it in the toilet and the acid forms. You ever get that into your nostrils? It will rob the oxygen out of your whole, and you can't breathe because it's is taking the oxygen out of your body. The acid. See, it's just common sense, common basic sense. Not no big bunch of numbers that they give us. That's how they trick us. But a bunch of names, melanin, that actually just talking about carbon. You know, so you got a bunch of names for simple things. So, yeah, if you take any, Bansol is a common brand. Bansol in the West, people that use Bansol, they clean the toilet. You know, if you go and you open Bansol and you sniff it, it will rob the oxygen out your brain. You will faint if you come into too much contact with it. And if you drink it, they say contact the poison control center right away because it will rob the oxygen out of your blood and it will give you, you know, a mortality. Yeah, you'll have a problem, a big problem. So acid, you know, we're gonna understand that it's dangerous to any element, not just humans. You know, in the perfect concentration, acid can erode oxygen from any element. That's what acid do. They try to balance themselves, you know, to become base, neutralized, so they rob oxygen from alkaline substance. You know, so let's go deeper into it. Now that we find out, blessed love, give thanks for the like. Don't forget to share, you know, and subscribe. You know, call upon your brethren, your sister, and let them know we live. And we dealing with the mineral man and the mineral woman. But we know say man and woman are same. You know, because them come as one, as two, as one, as two. One in the tree, two in the tree, one in the tree, three in the one. You know, it all is, that's God. You know, Allah and I are God. Yes, Royal family. So let's deal with it. We find out that in nature, everything made out of minerals, we're going to retract. You know, we find out that first God made man out of the dust. That's the first thing God did. He made us out of dirt. Then he take his breath and he breathed into our nostril and man become a living soul. That's just, you know, what we get from the text. You know, and like I say, today science has seen that to be consistent. You know, so we recapping on what we have spoken on so far. Scientists have found that this is consistent. That the human body is made up out of minerals out of the dirt. And the breath we breathe, they don't know where it comes from. There's no scientist that can tell you where oxygen comes from. They say we're the only planet that have it. So who brought it here? Who gave us oxygen? That life-giving air that we breathe come from God. People say, oh, it comes from the sun. That's ridiculous. Because if our brain is 95% water, how much water is on the sun? So all the sun worshippers, all the people that say we come from the sun, no. The sun has zero water. And we're almost 100% water beings. How could water beings come from a planet that doesn't have water? But I could tell you something. Watch this coincidence, Royal Family, while we watching. Watch the coincidence. 95% water in your brain. How much water cover the earth? 80-90% of the earth covered by water. So 80-95% of your earth, your heavens, your earth, this body, 85%, 95% of this body is covered with water, not sun. We have heat that comes from the sun, one of the elements that make up our universe. Yeah, because we need heat. But no, heat is not the supreme element, because heat does not stand alone. Heat need water. You need something to move upon. The heat, the God, the spirit, move across the waters. Yeah, so don't tell me I come from no sun. Yeah, we're not just sun beings. You know, we don't just depend on sun. We're more reliant on water than the sun. Yeah, believe it or not, because like I say, it get dark at night. We don't die. We have a solar eclipse. We don't die. The sun is completely blocked out. Many of us live in countries that don't see the sun at all. Only a few hours of a day, and they don't die. Because we're not 100% sun-dependent beings. But don't drink water for 1 week. Oh, man, where we go with this priest, man, this common sense can knock them out. Just pure common sense, you know. I don't have no big book or somebody reading, you know. It ain't no one. This just downloads. This is what they've been keeping us away from, common sense. You cannot go without water for a week, but you could go without the sun for years. I could put you down in a dungeon. I could put you in a cave for years, and you'll survive. Do the research. So how much of a sun being we come from and we made from the sun? We can't live without the sun. That's foolishness. There was actually a race, what we call the European Caucasian white race. They were cursed to the sun, where the sun is their enemy now, not even their friend. They have to stay away from the sun. Yeah, naturally, because they lose the carbon concentration to absorb sunlight. So they have to stay in the caves. They have to stay away from the sun. You know, you could see it by their skin. It lacks carbon, so it cannot absorb the neutrinos. So we don't have to worry about global warming as carbonated people, because we could absorb whatever the sun throw at us. Yeah, whatever the sun throw at us, we could absorb it. But not everybody could do the same. So they have to build bunkers. They have to build caves. You know, they have to go underground. Yeah, because this is chemistry. This is... So anyway, we can get into deep into that. Let's go into the human goody. That's what we're about, to talk about the mineral man. So the mineral man, our bones, made out of mostly calcium. Calcium is a mineral. You see, that's on this chart. Calcium is something that you find, you know, in nature. Because we come from nature. We come from the dirt. So calcium makes up our bones, and calcium makes up some rocks. Some of the rocks out there are made out of calcium. Not just the dinosaur bones and our bones. You have a lot of structures out there that depend on calcium. But calcium makes up our bones. Now, remember, early in the program, minerals come in two states. They come acidic or they come alkaline. So now we're dealing with calcium because we want calcium for the bones. According to their studies, not mine, I just using common sense. Their study says the bones pH is above 7. The pH of your bones is alkaline. You see, it's 7 point something, it's alkaline. So that means if your bones is predominantly made out of calcium, this calcium mineral has to be alkaline. It has to be consistent with the bone, serum. The serum has to be alkaline as the bone is. You cannot have an acidic form of calcium going into the bone because the bone is alkaline. The acidic calcium is gonna rob the bones of oxygen. Remember we spoke of this. Remember we say any mineral that is in acidic form, it steals oxygen. So if calcium gets into your bones and is in its acidic form, it's gonna rob your bones of oxygen. And you don't want that because it's the bones that makes us. Yeah, I mean the oxygen that makes life. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They make us who we are. So you don't want to lose oxygen. You breathe in oxygen and you give out carbon dioxide. That's the acidic form of, the air that we breathe. The alkaline form is oxygen. Alkaline. When we breathe out, acidic carbon dioxide is an acidic chemical. Oxygen is an alkaline chemical. It's above 7. You see, if you breathe in carbon monoxide, that's a poisonous, substance. So, yes, royal family, we find that the bones is alkaline. So we're going to give the bones calcium to build strong bones. The calcium has to be alkaline calcium. It cannot be acidic calcium. Let's use another example. Yes, royal family, we cannot centralize if the people have acid on their brain, if the people eating the wrong food. You can't take sick people to war. You already have a war right within yourself if everybody's sick. Who is gonna fight if everybody's sick, bro? Is there a bomb in Gilead? We need it. We gotta be straight, bro. Yeah, we gotta be Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, lean and strong for the Gideon, bro. So let's get this right. Centralizing without centralizing, getting your own head together. We're trying to get everybody's head together to come together, but you have to get your head together to come together. Yeah, because it's us coming together. If all of us sick, then how we can come together? They did this intentionally. So let's get into it. Let the priest deal with it. Give thanks, royal fam. Fluoride is poison, bro. You know that? And it's acidic form. You have an alkaline form of fluoride because that's a mineral. But then you have an acidic form also. You see, so all these things we have to know. See, it's not the mineral that is the problem. It's the state of the mineral. You follow me? So it's not carbon. It's whether the carbon is acidic in an acidic form or if it's in an alkaline form. It's not oxygen. It's if it's acidic oxygen or if it's, that's how these things go. Gold, even gold, we have gold in our goodie, but we don't have the metal gold in that form. We have the plant-based gold, the natural gold, the alkaline form of gold in our system. We have copper in our brain. That's not the metal which you take pipes and you make water through. That's not the form of copper that's in our brain. The form of copper in our brain is in an alkaline state as a mineral, not in that metal oxide type state. You see? So a plant, it'll go into the metal copper and grab the copper mineral out of it, bring it up through the roots, up through the stem, and when you eat the plant, you get that copper in an alkaline state. Because if you go and you take that piece of copper out of the ground and you start eating raw metal copper, you're gonna get what they call toxicity. Metal toxicity. You see? So same thing when you brushing your teeth with fluoride over the long years, that's a metal fluoride they put inside your toothpaste. So it'll give you metal toxicity. That's like when you eat big fishes they say are poison. All fish have mercury. Mercury is a poison in that form. So when you eat that fish over the year, the mercury will poison you. Mercury poison, these are all minerals. But we have a lot to reason, when we go to the blood, we then deal with the bones. The blood, the pH of the blood is alkaline, not acid. The pH of the blood has to be 7.3. If it go any lower and become acid, then you die. Your blood cannot be acid. Your blood have to be alkaline. You see? Yes, royal family. So this is very important because we minister into life. We staying alive first. Then we do everything else. We minister into, he say, sick nourish. The whole black race sick. We've been eating chemicals for years. Toxins, and anyway, we can get into it. Okay. The blood is also alkaline. So if you come in contact with anything that is acidic, it's gonna rob oxygen out of your blood. That's not the way it's supposed to be. So priest, where you going with this? We can go into one or two scriptures, not too much, but we can go into just about two scriptures. We can go into, let's just do one scripture. Let's go into 2 Kings. We can go into 2 Kings. We like to use the scriptures as our refuge and rallying point. We doing what the king say. Foreigners command same said way, we love our Father, who dwell in Zion, Most High, Selassie, Rastafari. Sabbatical love to one and all, same said way, celebration love, Marcus Garvey, love. Let's go to 2 Kings 5:14. It says, then went he down and dipped himself 7 times in Jordan, according to the saying of the man of God, and his flesh came again like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean or healed. Why is the scripture so important, Bubba? What that have to do with everything what you're saying? Bring it all together, Bubba. You come on, bring it. Royal family, if you do the research, the river Jordan actually leads to the Dead Sea, or what they call the Salt Sea. In the Dead Sea, there's an enormous amount of minerals, natural minerals in an alkaline form. Why is this important? Your blood needs alkaline minerals to stay alkaline. So don't be acid. Your bones need alkaline minerals, not acid, to stay around. So life is about acid or alkaline. Your whole existence as a human being is about acid and alkaline. Okay, watch this. Let's go with it. In the Dead Sea, the calcium that the bones need in an alkaline form is in the Dead Sea. The blood, the predominant mineral element in the blood is iron. Not the iron when you go outside, you see a car or something make out of iron. You can't eat that. You get poison. That's iron oxide. That's phosphorus iron. That's what they sell you as vitaminerals. That stuff ain't no good. That'll bound you up and poison you. But if you go to the plant, you get iron phosphate. That plant takes its root, it goes into the metal, takes the iron out and brings it up through the root, through the stem. And when you eat the fruit, it changes to the alkaline form of iron. So our blood needs iron that is alkaline. So yes, royal family, you must follow me here. This is important that you know. Babylon system or the World Health Organization, well, all these people, they've been poisoning us. They've been giving us acidic foods. You could go in your kitchen right now, most of us, who don't know, and you'll find something called ascorbic acid in your food. You'll find some kind of acid. You'll find, your pills, medication, they acid. It's just so dread that in chemistry, in chemet, they were able to figure out what the human body likes and what it don't like. And these are the things I'm bringing to you today. This is not new. If you are going to be able to get the healing that happened in 2 Kings, if we're going to have that long life, young skin, looking like children again, what they call the fountain of youth, we have to go down by the Jordan River. Even the ocean, the beaches. That's why a lot of different races like to go to the beach, because the ocean is 8.1. It's very alkaline. The minute you go into the ocean water, it alkalizes the body. And people say, how? Oh, they didn't tell us. The skin. What are you talking about, Bobo? You mean the ocean waters go through the skin and get through your body? No, it don't work something like that. But this is how it works. When you sit in the ocean water and, God strengthened our channel, our page, monetarily in timing, that I could get the equipment, upgrades, continuous upgrades. We have an upgrade right now. This is upgrade from what we had. It's moving slowly, but we getting it. I want to, get the equipment in so I can show you guys these things on a chart board where I can write these things out, where I can give you guys clips and photos and proof of the things that I'm saying. The ocean itself has like almost every mineral that your body could ever need. It has every mineral almost in the earth, in a trace mineral. I have a chart that you could Google it online. You can just Google ocean minerals, the amount of minerals in the ocean. And it's 2 pages. So when you sit in the ocean as a human being, you are sitting in 2 pages of minerals that your body is made of. And what happens? Just like if you take a bath. When you take a bath, if you sit in your bath water long enough, you'll see your skin swell. You see all your fingers swell. What is actually happening is that water is seeping into your skin cells. It doesn't seep into your veins, into your bloodstream. It doesn't go through your skin straight into your blood. It goes into the cells. Then the cells distribute what it absorbed through the system into the body. You see, this is important. Why? Because the skin is one of the largest organs, the skin is the largest organ of your body. So if you're looking for health, if you're looking for healing, if you're looking for youth, if you're looking for vitality, the skin will want to be the first place you want to utilize, because it's the largest organ. The largest organ is going to do the most work. It's going to be able to tackle the biggest problem. You see? So watch this. Our fireball skin is the largest organ, and it absorbs, this water. So when we go in the ocean, the skin absorbs all these minerals. Just as in the scripture in 2 Kings, when the brethren was told to go down by the river Jordan and dip 7 times, then he would be made like a brand new child, and his system will be renewed like a young person. He was going to take a mineral bath, because the mineral man needs a mineral bath. You have to wash away the acidic minerals and restore the mineral man with alkaline minerals. So the brother, prior to him going into the Jordan River, his body was acidic. His skin was acid was coming out of his skin, causing boils. Acid was on his lungs, causing him to have coughs and colds. Acid was in his bronchial tubes, causing bronchitis. Acid was in his stomach and his gut, causing gastritis and ulcers. Acid was in his colon, causing colon cancer. Acid was on his brain, causing anxiety, causing bipolar disorder, schizophrenia. Acid was all over his system, robbing him of oxygen of life. And the Papa tell him, the prophet of God say, go by the river Jordan and wash 7 times. Remove the acidic minerals from the body and put the alkaline minerals back. And the man was restored. That is simple chemistry. People say that's a miracle. No, it's not. It's not a miracle. It's chemistry. Because if something is acid and you place it into alkaline solution, it will neutralize the acid. So if your body is acidic and you go sit in a pool that is alkaline, the acid in your body is going to be neutralized. So we had great healers like Dr. Sebi who will tell people, come to the Usha village. Because we got that natural hot spring, mineral spring. When you sit in it, you feel so good. Yeah, you feel so good because you're getting that alkaline minerals. Because you remember nature. Remember we do this research earlier. In nature, the rivers, they alkaline. Now the soda you drink, the pop can sodas, acid. The meat that people eat, cow, pig, pork, chicken, whatever, that's acid. The milk from different animals, the dairy, that's acid. Milk is lactic acid. I'm not making this up. Go do the research. It causes lactose in the gut. And lactose makes you irritable. It makes you have allergens. You become allergic to everything because your gut is full of pus, lactic acid. So they tell us milk does the body good. Drink milk, it has calcium. Milk has calcium, but it has the acidic form of calcium. That can't help you. Milk eats away your bone. Cause osteosclerosis. Yeah, it eats away at the bone because it's acidic. It's lactic acid. Acid eat at the bone because remember the bone is alkaline, oxygenated. And if you put acid on the bone, it's going to take the oxygen out of the bone and it's going to dissolve the strength of the bone, making the bone fragile and easy to crack and shamble and shatter. So how could lactic acid strengthen an alkaline bone? No, you need alkaline calcium to strengthen the bone. So they've been doing some stuff. They even tell us amino acid makes up protein and makes up our body. That's not according to the scriptures. The scripture says nothing about acid. The scripture says we were made from the earth. God breathed breath. The first thing, breath we breathe is not acid. We said that early in the conversation. You breathe in what? Oxygen is alkaline. If the air you breathe in is acidic, you will die. The lungs cannot take acid. You remember we was talking about, putting some in the toilet to get rid of those stains? Rastafari. Yeah, the acid, if you breathe that in it choke you out. So this common sense stuff, man. This not someone in a long suit making a bunch of money, getting paid by governments to tell you a lie. This is not who this is. This is a person who went to basic school, got a basic education, and did my own research. I was good in chemistry. I was good in physics. I got high grades in chemistry and physics. I went to a special technical training school to do chemical engineering. And I graduated top student of that whole organization, the Technical Cadet Corps of, the Bahamas. So, yeah, I have a basic, slight, meditation on chemistry and physics. Physics is another part of the body. That's heat. That's heat and pressure, magnetism, all that is a different part of the body. How minerals work together, how heat makes minerals move, how pressure is needed to transport. That's a whole different video, on the physics of the body, the physical body. You hear that? The physical body, physics, the physical body, joints, angles. These people just playing with us, man. We all kings, we all, gods. We created this information in the first place. They just took the information at the College of Alexandria in Kemet, Cairo, Egypt, and they take the knowledge and they took it back to Europe and they bring forward the new Freemasonry with the Red Cross and they practice chemistry. Frankenstein mad chemistry. Yeah. They just took the chemistry out of Kemet, took it to Europe, and then manipulated it to make even bombs. Yeah, they make nuclear bombs by understanding chemistry, understanding the elements, the physics of the elements. So we as humans, that's who we is. We just chemistry and physics. So we have to know these stuff. They teach us a lot of stuff we don't even really need to know. They teach you about galaxies and stars, but you don't know nothing but your body. You don't know nothing but your goody. And the brethren tell me centralize, where we can centralize on the moon. Where ain't no water, we can centralize in the sun. Where ain't no water, half of the people don't know what to put in their mouth. That's by centralized. No, man, brethren, we gotta get ourselves together. Yeah, we gotta get ourselves together. The people go to the doctors. That's your enemy. So how we can centralize? When we as black people learn the whole world against us and no one for us, and only we for ourselves, then we can see what we have to do for ourselves. And the first thing we have to do is heal ourself. You have to heal. You can't fight a battle if you are not well. That's common sense. You can't do it. Physically, spiritually, any way you want to put it, you need to be well. It's very important. Every time Christ came to a man, the first thing he do was heal that person. Yeah, what else? Make sure the person well. The person can't do nothing if they're not well. It's almost like you don't care. We worry about coming together, but we don't worry about the wellness of the people. Can the people come together? Are they fit? Are they nourished to come together? How do people could come together and the foods they eat divide us? The foods they eat divide them from themselves. The acid divide them, have them schizophrenic and bipolarish, and have all kind of different mental disorders. You right in the Rasta camp, bro. You want me to talk it? Get the acid off the brain, bro. You got to get the acid off the brain. Conversations can be acidic or alkaline. Relationships could be acidic or alkaline. Seriously, the lotions you put on your skin, the food you eat, Garlic is acid. Key limes is alkaline. Meat, acid. You know, this is important. Conversation, lying, gossiping. They acidic conversations. They come from acidic people. Because why? In your body, you have emotions. That's something they call like feelings. Like you feel something. You have that. Acid makes humans frigid and uneasy, irritable. It makes them, you know, impatient. It makes them less tolerant. That's what acid does. Because acid is not a state to be in. If you put acid on your hand, you're going to yuck your hand away. Because it's not a state to be in. These people intentionally give the people water, reverse osmosis. Give them acidic water. Water where the pH is lower than 7. So the people drinking water that is destroying their brain slowly, destroying the children. How are we going to have a generation to defend themselves if they sick? They're not even making it to be 30 years old because they're being poisoned. High blood pressure, impotent. Can't even produce at 20-something years old. Acid down in the reproductive system. Come on, Rasta. Come on, Rasta. Not easy so. So it's just not the food. We're not just talking about food here. We're talking about any element that present itself in an acidic form. It's going to rob you of oxygen. If you're talking to an acidic person, they're going to rob you of your oxygen because it takes breath to talk. Every time I talk, I say something, it takes breath to talk. Hold your breath and see if you could talk. You can't. So it takes breath to talk. So even if you're talking to someone that don't have sense, that don't have education, they don't have common sense, none of that stuff, you'll be wasting your breath. Wasting that oxygen you need. The oxygen that your brain needs to function to keep you calm and sane when the whole world getting crazy talking about let's get together. I'm not getting together with no crazy people. Forget about it. King Emmanuel don't keep no madhouse. So we gotta watch the company we keep, watch the food we eat, watch our environment, watch the things you cleaning with, watch the conversations you have. You see? Yeah. So we can stay out that acidic environment. Anger is acidic. Grudge, acidic. Forgiveness, alkaline. Makes you feel peaceful. It puts the body at rest. I'm not making this stuff up. This is scientifically proven. You have melatonin, you have serotonin. That's names they give to minerals, chemicals that come together that makes you feel a certain way. And if you're angry, you can't produce what you need to rest. The melatonin to rest at night. Because you're angry, your body's acidic. I'm not making this stuff up. It's chemistry. So if you want to live a good life, if you want to see us come together, truly, let's come to ourselves first. Come to yourself. Yeah. Emmanuel said we have to come to ourselves. Our black self. Yeah, you can't be all kind of things, eating all kind of things, doing all kind of things, and still expect for us to be the mineral man, to be what we were created to be. We can't go against the laws of nature. I don't care how much you protest. I don't care how much you rally. You cannot go against the truth, bro. We make from these minerals, they come in two forms, acid, alkaline. Our bodies, bones, blood, the ocean, the fruits, the lakes, everything is alkaline. Everything with the system, the evil people making all those pills and stuff, go check it out. They acidic, they oxides. They not good for the system, they're not good for the goodie. We come to preserve life. Not just pray about it, but to preserve it, to do what we can to minister for a longer life, healthier life, stronger life, you know, to be that man God didn't created us to really like be dropping out like this, you know. The system we live in is acidic. They put meat at top of the pyramid, so you need meat to survive. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they say, just give us beans and we can be fine. And 10 days later, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they was bigger than the Lords who was eating meat. And they was only eating vegetables. So still today, Babylon system say, oh, you have to have protein, meat, to survive, to be big. They still telling Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that. All these years later. And we still ain't buying it. We ain't buying that. We ain't no meat. We ain't no your protein, because protein come from amino acid, and amino acid rob oxygen of the body. So I don't need protein, and I don't need amino acid. I need alkaline minerals. I need bromides, phosphates, iodides. Yeah, they all alkaline form of minerals. I don't need sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, ascorbic acid. I don't need none of them acid in my goodie. But if you look at all the products that come in a box and a can, all those medication they're giving people, look what inside those stuff. Acid, chemicals. Read any product you have that is made in a factory, and you'll see a bunch of names that you can't pronounce. Triglyceride, you know, they're just acids, chemicals they're using to manipulate you. These chemicals so powerful. These chemicals could make you smile. They can make you hungry, addicted. These acidic chemicals that they make, they manipulate your body with acid. And then they tell you need it to survive. If you don't have it, you will die, you know. Vegans, they have big debates online. Are vegans healthy living without meat? Where did they get that from? You know, it's an old campaign, you know, to keep the people sick. When you're sick, you can't think straight. I don't care what no one tell me. You get up in the morning, you want to go to work, you feel sick, your nose full of, your sinus full of mucus, your chest full of mucus, you coughing, you got a fever, you can't work. You helpless. You's a brother, 6 foot high, chest way out there, muscles, but mentally challenged. You sick, you no good. You can't help no one. Maybe you're more harmful. Yeah. We're in an army, you know, we're in an army of humans fighting against some non-humans. Yeah, some people that going against the laws of what's natural. They're going against the mineral truths, you know. They teach it, but they still go against it, you know. So, yeah, we have to support the mineral man. We have to support life. So let your water be natural alkaline water. All your fruits and your vegetables, make sure they're natural from nature, alkaline. You see? Make sure your friends and family, companions, yeah, they have an alkaline outlook to life, a calm, respectful, you know, smooth, yeah. Keep acidic people away from you, narcissistic people, liars, thieves, drunkards, whoremongers, yeah. Keep all them people out of your energy. They're acidic. You can't have a food acidic, your environment acidic, and then you be sane. It's not possible. The air you breathe in is acidic. The information you hearing every day is acidic. The food you eating is acidic. Not according to chemistry, Bubba. Because according to chemistry, what is written, what is truth, acid destroys life. Google it. Does acid destroy DNA? You could Google it right now. Does acid destroy DNA? Google will tell you at high pH, acid destroys DNA. What is DNA? And that's what make us, and that's what make life. So at one hand, Royal Family, they say acid make life, and then on the other hand, they saying it destroy life. So we're not gonna listen to them today. We're using common sense on the Black Again channel. Thanks again for everybody who watched so far. It's a new day for us, a new generation, and these just some facts and truths, that I bring to ones and ones. You could go look for yourself, and go check for yourself, Yeah, these ain't just things I'm trying to shove down your throat. This is a subject I know many people may not even hear about. Many people live their whole life and never hear about chemistry, elements, and minerals, what that is. They'll say vitamins, but what is vitamins? Vitamins is mineral. It's just minerals. Vitamins has a molecular structure. It has minerals that make it up to what it be. Everything in life has a molecular structure. If something don't have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, it don't exist. This has a molecular structure. This is made out of minerals. My skin, the lighter, the fuel in the lighter, the gas have a molecular structure. The bread on your table has a molecular structure. It has chemicals. Everything has a molecular structure. Do the research. Even fungus has a molecular structure. If it don't have a molecular structure, it don't exist. They're not even lying to you. Why would they even tell you something about something if it don't have a molecular structure? We talk about God in flesh. Yeah, this is the Kemetic meditation, God in flesh. Show me the molecular structure, what you're talking about. That's why I say melanin. What is the molecular structure of melanin? Yeah, it have to be a combination of minerals, because minerals make up everything. Everything is made out of minerals, and it's the breath of God that gives us the life. The oxygen, no one knows where the oxygen come from, that makes up that water, that makes up the air we breathe. The oxygen you can't find on no other planet. You can't even find it on the sun. So the sun couldn't give us life, because the sun don't have it. It don't have water. So we give thanks for God, the Almighty God, the Almighty Goddess, who made us of, the minerals and of the waters, make us up of oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, the man make us up of all these minerals that are around us, So the more we take in these natural minerals in an alkaline form, we feed in all our cells. All our cells just eat alkaline things all day. You give your cells acidic things, they're going to excrete it out. So that's why places like your mouth, your eye, the tear gland, your urinary tract, also your digestive tract, if you check the pH of your urine, of your saliva, of your tear, you'll see sometimes it's acidic. If you eat acidic food, because it's excreting the acid out of your body. Your body doesn't want acid in it, so it excretes it out in your tears, sweat, your saliva, in your urine, or in your digestive tract. That's how you get rid of acid, you see? Yes, Royal Family. So you could even test your gutty to see if you alkaline. If your saliva, your urine, your excretory liquids are extremely acidic, that means there's a war going on in your system. Your body's trying hard to get rid of acid. If you test your excretory fluids, and they more alkaline, may even be alkaline. If you spit, your urine, your tear, and your sweat is alkaline, you is a healthy person. Very healthy person. You is an extremely healthy person. That means it's not even not that much acid coming out of you. You just a glowing alkaline. Everything you eat, everything you breathe is being utilized as a light to shine, to keep you. You don't have no waste. You see, when you find acid in your excretory fluids, you have waste. You're wasting something. Something the body doesn't use, and it's rejecting it. Some mineral state and acid the body doesn't want, it rejects it. And that's how your excretory fluids become acidic. It's showing you the war is going on in the goodie. You need to get alkaline, bro. Yeah, so they hiding all of this from us, bro. Yeah, and it's so simple. That's it. It's nothing else. If you have minerals, either is alkaline or acid. It's nothing else. The body only could be one or two things, acid or it can't be the two at the same time. The blood cannot be acid and alkaline. The bones cannot be acid and alkaline. That's not scientific. The blood has to always remain alkaline. The bone always has to remain alkaline. So what common sense can tell you? This is an alkaline mission. This is an alkaline mineral man. Yeah, so I probably need to change the heading of this video. Yeah, I probably change it to alkaline mineral man. Because the acid mineral man is a problem. The acid mineral man got acid on his brain. He have what they call it. He got all kind of problems. I wouldn't even go there. Forgetfulness, insomnia, can't sleep at night, mental fog, mental fatigue. Yeah, once acid on the brain, it get into his eye, he can't see. It fill up his eyes with pus. You know, eventually clog up your chest, and you know, acid inflames the mucous membrane. It inflames the lining of the inside of your body and the outside. This is proven. Acid does not go two steps with human goodie. Only time acid is in the human body is when you eat certain things. It triggers the brain to know if chloride is needed to be released to make hydrochloric acid, to remove the shell, or to actually break down a substance. And the brain determines that by your chewing. If you eat a hard nut, and it's according to how much you chew that, it'll determine how much hydrochloric acid is needed to be released to finish the digestion. And as soon as it leaves the stomach, it goes into the small intestine and is sprayed down with bile. Bile is an alkaline substance. It's a base substance. It keeps acid from getting into your intestine. So it neutralizes acid. I'm not making this stuff up. The body hasn't, you know. So they've been tricking us. They've been killing us. All the vaccines, all that stuff. You know, I ain't calling no name, but all them stuff is acid. You know, anyone who's ever been healed in their life from the Bible days till now, they gone into the waters, the mineral waters. They drink mineral water, alkaline water. They eat alkaline foods. You can't eat meat and dairy and say you want to feel healthy. You know, the body, you working against the body, because the body don't want the acid from the milk. It don't want the acid from the meat. It want the alkaline from the avocado. When you eat the avocado, that's alkaline. So the body uses that and give you energy and And the cells live on, they live on because it's nothing to really harm them. They're just in their natural function. When you give them acid, you're harming them. Right, finally, we'll wrap it up, sabbatical love. So an upcoming week, call it strong. An upcoming Marcus celebration. Marcus ain't into no ghost theory. You know, Marcus talk about realism, you know, action, also subtraction, you know, removing stuff that's not good for you. Yeah, and up you mighty race. We can be a race of very, very intelligent, health conscious people by the science, not by religion or some form of, you know, force, you know, education. No, I'm talking common sense. Go read it for yourself. Go do the research for yourself. Go see what the book say. See what the page say. See what they say about minerals. See what they say about acid yourself. Then say, yeah, I see what the priest was saying was true, it was false. This is a common sense, you know, reasoning. Yeah, this is what this channel is always about. We keep it as common sense as possible. So a child could go to Google and say, does acid destroy cells? A child could Google that, you know, and come back and say, yeah, the priest was right. Or the priest was wrong. A child could do that. So that's what we want to keep this page, this channel always like that. Where a baby could come and give us some information. We check that out, true or false. If the baby lying, that's a lying baby. The baby telling the truth, yeah. Even a baby, yeah. We need that in this time. We don't need no more being tricked, no more being fooled. People promising us better health, better friendships, better relationships, better living conditions. If you got mold and muck and dirt and all kind of oil and stuff in your house, your environment, that's acidic. It's cancerous. Yeah, give it cancer. If your place too dirty, if it's too acidic, chemicals and all these things around you, and you don't know what, you know, and you know, that's what they did to us. That's what they did to us. They just give us a bunch of things and we don't even be able to pronounce the name. But we put it on our hair, we put it in our mouth, you know, we put it on our babies, our children. You know, we can't pronounce the name in the back of those products, but we use them. And then years later, someone get cancer and then we say it in the family. How cancer in the family? We just come from Africa. There's no cancer in Africa. You know what I just say? There's no cancer in Africa. So how cancer could be in the family? Babylon make me laugh that. You can't listen to these people all the time. They tell you some things and you have to think. Yeah, you go to the doctor as a black man today. Then, you know, the doctor say, you have cancer. It runs in your family. When you go check your family, them African, you have no cancer? What cancer, bro? You have no cancer in Africa? We didn't even have illness in Africa. We didn't fix that problem from in Kemet. So, we're using herbs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hippocrates could tell you about it. He came and he studied with us. It's not the father of medicine. You know, he's your father of medicine. It's not our father. It's not the black man father. It's the white man father of medicine. So therefore, wise when they tell us things, bro. Say it runs in our family. No cancer run in the black man family, bro. No Africans had cancer until the white men reach and bring the cancerous acidic products. unnatural products. Right here in Americas and all these places in the West where we live, there wasn't so a high rate of cancer until these manufactured products came around. The Burger King, the McDonald's, the doctor medication, the products to clean your house, the deodorants, the fluoride for your toothbrush. When this stuff started coming around, the sodas and the pizza, yeah, and eating meat every day, 3 times every day, just eating and just getting fattened. Yeah, they brought cancer to the world. Yeah, it's not in our family. It's not in my family. No, not my family, bro. Your family, I mean, die from cancer. My family, I'm die from slavery. Slavery in our family, not cancer. Holy man, realize. Yeah. Rastafari. Black again, more life and prosperity. Let your righteousness be scattered. Let those that hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melted before the fire. So let the wicked perish at the presence of God, the God of Jacob. The black man God who sit in Jah who sit in Ethiopia and reign out of all flesh. Mount the holy ark of the covenant, the ancient truth. The man tell Peter, upon this rock I build my church, and the gates of hell cannot prevail against it. I, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. So we come to set the captives free, through truth, righteousness, and equality. You know what I mean? The man say, truth shall stand in this time. Lies shall be cast away. You know what I mean? So we give thanks for the truth and the living truth. You know what I mean? Even from ancient days, we give thanks for the ancient ones. The ones who come before us. And leave such information, for us to go and research and look within ourselves and see ourselves and know ourselves. Because no better self to know than to know yourself, said the Most High. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. So we give thanks for the self of self, the God in self, which is the God consciousness, which is to do good for yourself, to look out for yourself, to take care of yourself, be wise with yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, most natural, love yourself, the God within self. It's the consciousness of the existence of self and to maintain self. Yeah, for eternal existence through reincarnation. Yeah, through a healthy birthright. Yeah, it only can happen through a healthy birthright, through the birth and the reincarnation of the Christ child, which is I and I in this time. They have a living black seed. They have a living, bloodline. The pure alkaline bloodline. Black again. Reason of man. I tell another time, another reason with the priest. Don't forget to check out other videos. I'll always try my best to bring you more updated videos, more frequently. As I got some downloads, the last 2 weeks, I've been seeing a lot of stuff. I've been hearing about a lot of stuff, and I want to bring it to you ones and ones, in time, in the right time. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, even with an I and I self, to even come and bring you this information, so we can make some sense of what we have, and put it together to achieve what we want. We have only ourselves, and we want, freedom, redemption. We want reparations, we want repatriation, but we have to deal with ourselves. Cleanse me with hyssop, O Lord. Yeah, wash me blacker than wool. Yeah, cleanse me and I shall be made whole. Yeah, we have to be cleansed from colonialism and imperialism, from the acidic system of thinking, eating, drinking, living, everything. We have to cleanse that out of us first. Then when we purged and cleansed, then the brain and everything start to function. Then the goodie, everything start to function. Then the environment start to function. Then you have collectivity. Then you have reasoning. Then you have, then you have a good future. Yeah, it's no way around it. You can't cheat the process. Sick people live in a sick world. Healthy people live in a healthy world. Collective security for surety. Oh, Emmanuel, let's see, ja. Rastafari, man, say reason of no end. So we give thanks for Sabbath day of rest. Man, say we don't care to do much of our own works on this day. But let the day be, unto the Lord, for us to say always reason upon the 10 commandments. The man say, yeah, come let us reason. Reason's better than preaching. So I give thanks for the comment section. Good night, good evening. Bless up, royal family, Majesty Regina. Bless up. Pick up yourself, Rothschild. Give thanks for the coming again. Once again. Give thanks for all the bless up. Give thanks for all the word sound. Yes, royal family. Give thanks for the royal black African family. Give thanks for Honorable Jeremiah. Bless up yourself. Same time, Yeah, give thanks for all of those who comment, and partake, in the reasoning. Until such time, we'll reason once again, right here on this Black Again station, reasoning with the priests, common sense, eyes, ears, mouth, and nose. Yeah, real talk. Black Again, until such time. Bless up yourself, don't stress up yourself. Enjoy your Sabbath day, enjoy the approaching Marcus celebration. Marcus is about the state. It's about rising, the state. Yeah. The state of living, a better liberty for us. Cleaner, healthier, stronger, vigorous, intuitive, ambitious, motivated. Yeah. A stronger race. Yeah, a strong race. Yeah, in every way. Marcus size. That's the ja. Rastafari. Black again. Love, love, love. One love, one love. Peace and love. Peace and love. All in love, one love. Yes, black family. International,